Welcome to ADCO Aviation. On the 51st video, we finished up the control arm and pulleys. Today, I'd like to finish up the aileron controls. Back to the stainless steel thin plate, I needed to make some brackets to hold the cable thimbles to the aileron bell cranks and the lower arm of the control stick. I made 8 pieces that were approximately 3/4 inch wide by 2 inches long, and 2 more that were 3/4 by 3. I stacked them, drilled, and shaped them as a group. The 8 shorter pieces will be used up at the control bell cranks, and the 2 longer pieces will be for the swivel at the lower arm. It needs 3 holes, 1 to mount to the control arm, and the outer 2 for the thimbles. I also needed to make 7 aluminum spacers that will be clamped between these brackets for the thimbles to freely swivel on. Now it was time to spread the wings once more. I took her outside and mounted the struts and wings. I first tied off the control stick to dead center, and then clamped the ailerons to neutral. Added the threaded rods and forks to the desired lengths for the bell cranks to be straight up and down. I then ran the cables through the guides and pulleys and made the crimps. Speaking of, one thing I love about creating these videos, I can go back and watch them to remember how I may have found a solution to a previous task that is now at hand again. I went back and watched the 28th video where we discussed the crimping of the cables, so I won't cover that again here, but I was reminded the go, no-go for the crimps was 0.251 inch. So I made the 4 cables needed for the aileron control and verified that all the crimps were within specs. I adjusted the aileron guides along the struts, marked them with pencil, and after pre-drilling the aileron, I ran a self-tapper from the bottom. I will remove this screw, mix up some T88, and glue the guides into location. To be clear, I will be adding epoxy to glue these in location. I know I had some concerned followers from a previous video about my glue choices, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't misleading any of you. Which brings me to an important point. While I know I always close my videos with a statement similar to, I hope you have found the info helpful for your build, and hopefully I've shown you just how easy it can be. Please do not take these videos as how-to videos. I am not an aircraft engineer, nor do I play one on YouTube. Up until last week, I hadn't found a local EAA chapter, and most of my aircraft building learnings thus far have been by online research, and I just wanted to share what I found thus far. I will have a Legal Eagle builder that I trust to go through my build with a fine-tooth comb before I try to get her in the air. I just hope he doesn't shoot too many holes that can't be corrected. Anyways, I've just wanted to say this for a while now and encourage you all to find a local EAA chapter that can help you along and keep you safe. So, back to the project. Since I'm folding my wings, I needed a place to stow the struts, and I really didn't want to strap them to the fuselage as I've seen most have done. In order to keep things simple and neat, I took several scrap PVC pipes. The first was a piece of 1.5 inch PVC pipe about 26 inches long. I drilled a little over a 5/8 inch hole for the stowed wing bracket to go through. It kind of locks into place from the vertical diagonals and this bracket. Next, I took a piece of 1/2 inch Schedule 40 about 32 inches long, to support the front of the struts. And yet another scrap piece of 1/2 inch Schedule 40, about 36 inches long, with 2 nails that go in the wing brackets to hold the wings apart and keep them from rubbing the fuselage near the seat back. I will likely heat with a heat gun little dimples for the poles to rest in, and will of course secure everything once on the trailer. Okay, once again, we're caught up. Hopefully next we'll get to start on that fuel tank. I hope you've enjoyed this video and hopefully found some of the info helpful for your build. And if you're on the fence about starting a Legal Eagle build, hopefully I've shown you just how easy it can be. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe to my YouTube, Odyssey, or Rumble channels. Thank you, and be safe.